Hey, good morning, everybody. My internet went out just before I wanted to start up at about 10 minutes to 9 Eastern time, and it just came back now. So don't know what the deal is, but good morning to everybody. TJ, everybody. We'll see if I stay on. That's the next question. Okay, so I should be ready to go now. We'll see how it goes. I called Joe up and told him that I wasn't going to be on because of the internet issue, but it came back now, so fingers crossed. And here comes my baby girl. My baby girl. You want your breakfast finally now? Okay, come on. Breakfast. What's the matter with you? Okay. Finally got her eating a breakfast now. Brian, here comes Joe.
Yeah, I just looked at the message from Laura and I said, you on?
Yeah, it all of a sudden it popped back on. Which the strange part was the TV out in the deck room was working all the time. The TV in here, the internet, and all that kind of stuff. No, not working. And it would that's strange to me because why would some of it work and other parts not? I don't know.
Yeah, the internet may have been off, but I don't know. Sometimes the TV on a different TV runs off the internet or runs off a box.
Well, they all got their own boxes.
It might have been the internet, might have been just the only thing out. Because I've had that happen before. Now I'm running off the internet. When I ran off when I ran off coaxial and then and the internet.
Yeah,
It was different things.
just strange.
Everybody in the chat.
Hey, everybody. Brenda's here. Waypoint,
Brenda,
Frank,
TJ.
DJ. DJ's always here. DJ, you having to work today or what? Or are you coming and joining us?
I was sitting here dozing off.
I know that feeling. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. Doze off and forget about it, or did you catch any of the debate last night, Joe?
I watched the whole thing.
What'd you think?
I thought Vance had his points, but I thought the other guy was pretty good too.
Yeah, I didn't see any big money, on
The only thing I did see was he kept shaking his head yes, agreeing with Vance.
yeah.
I think that screwed him up a little bit. And then when I asked him about being in China, and then he came out, he avoided the answer, and she made him answer, and he says, sometimes I'm a knucklehead. I think he screwed up right there.
Yeah.
I think that screwed him up right there. Because they're saying on all the national polls, they're saying that Vance had the edge.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too. And I didn't feel that watching it, but I thought Vance did really well, but it wasn't like a home run,
I love when they said there was no fact checking, and she fact checked him, and he said, "You said you weren't going to fact check me. Now I'm going to answer."
Yeah.
So I went out there last night, shot my pictures. I'm on the other side of the trailhead, and they start the freaking program. I couldn't get back in time to shoot the color guard. I said, I can't believe I didn't even think about that. That's because I don't feel good. It's because I don't feel good. I'm not planning things out.
I know how that feels because there's lots of times, well, it's like I've told you before, I've gone down to shoot a ship and forgot to take the camera or the drone.
Yeah. Anthony Alexander.
TJ.
Hey, what's up?
AKA TJ Giggles. Hey, stop.
That's funny.
But I was shooting for the police, and Grant was shooting for the paper. And I ran into Grant and I said, "You got pictures of the color guard?" He says, "Yes." I said, "Send me one." So he sent me a picture of the color guard last night.
There you go.
And we had the police have one.
Who'd you
I put my drone up. I put my drone up.
Yeah.
To get a little video of the thing. It's a little 2-minute video. And before I put the drone up, I looked in the air.
Dang.
And it had a big old matrice sitting up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
What
happened, Joe? What happened? You were flying your drone and got stuck in a tree?
It had a big commercial drone was up by the state.
Yeah, the state police had that matrice drone up.
Oh.
Which is
I looked up there, that sucker's huge. And I had the little Mini 3 Pro. I was gonna go put them next to each other and say, when I grow up, I want to be like this.
So the police were out there flying a drone that got stuck.
No, nobody got stuck.
No.
They were just in the air.
It was a police organized festival.
Oh.
And
it was
they
Night Out
asked
Against
Joe to
Crime.
come out and shoot pictures and video.
Oh, gotcha.
That would have been a great shot, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture of the drone in the air, the big matrice?
No, he was on the other side of the complex.
Oh,
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to get anywhere near him.
So you just walked outside and looked up like, whoa, look at that drone up there.
Well, we were outside. It was all outside, big open air area. And I was standing there, and I looked over the air, and you couldn't miss it. Let's put it that way.
Right. Yeah, because that matrice is pretty big.
Yeah. I went over and I asked, I said, who's got the drone up? I got to ask Eddie, the guy that runs the whole thing. And Eddie said, state police. So I grabbed one of the state police and I said, do me a favor. Ask the drone guy, whoever's flying it, if they're going to stay on that side, because I'm going to put one up on this side. And they made a call down there and they said, they're just hovering right there. They're not going to fly around.
Oh, okay. So
I
did you
said,
put
well,
yours up and just do it?
Well, I didn't do a big orbit. I stayed on my side. He stayed on his side.
Oh,
Yeah, because it was like a park, you know?
yeah.
It was an outdoor festival, right?
I just wanted to know how high he was. He was at 110 feet, and he looked like he was about 20 feet high. That's how big he is.
Yeah.
So I stayed at about 80 feet. But I talked to the guy later, and he told me, he said, that was pretty cool that you called down here and said you were putting a drone up and asked about where I was, what I was doing. I said, yeah, I said, because yours would have torn mine out the sky, but I don't want to hit yours.
Yeah, that would have not have been a good day.
No. Especially over people like that, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we were never over people, you know?
No, but if
He
they
was-
came
I mean,
down, there
yeah.
could have been somebody around there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could have done like a quick orbit around it and then got out of there.
Oh, I could have. I've done that before. But
Yeah.
that's the first time they brought a drone out.
Oh, yeah.
I've filmed it for the last 3 years with a drone. And they've got a little, it's a platform where they put lights for the stage that it's up on a hill light. And I was flying from there. They got people sitting on the platform. And I took off right up behind. They were sitting in front of me. I got about 10 feet. I took off. They didn't even hear it. Mini 3 Pro so quiet. And I had people standing all around me and it's right above me. And I brought it right over me, right above me, and brought it right down. And everybody looked up and said, oh, a drone. Like that. Nobody heard it. I just brought it down right in front of me and landed it. That's what I like about the Mini 3 Pro, because you could be out in the middle of people and it's so small, you get it right down where you're at. And you don't
Yeah.
have to, you're right, Dre.
Proper drone etiquette.
Hey, Dre.
Thank you, Brenda. And I didn't do much of the video. It was just a little bit of orbit, just showed the area. But I shot about 150 pictures last night and then edited it down to about 100. They had one thing that was real touching. They had one group, they call themselves the Bionic Babes. They come out and they dance, and they're all healthcare professionals that work with radiology and things like this and cancer treatment. And they had a special guest last night. They had this little girl that was 7 years old dancing with them, and she was a cancer survivor. It was really a touching moment, you know.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Find it.
Yeah, yesterday was the wife's birthday, so I wanted to try to go to Olive Garden for dinner when I got off work, but they ended up closing at 10. It was like 9:30 by the time I got home. So we just went to Racetrack and we did go to Racetrack, but their yogurt machines were down, so we ended up going to Culver's last night and got some frozen custard there, and then came home. So I think Friday we'll probably go to Olive Garden or Duffy's, and then check out one of these rage rooms that they have there.
There you go, Paul.
Oh gosh.
The little girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was dancing with them. They're all healthcare professionals that work with radiology and stuff. And she's a 7-year-old cancer survivor.
Oh,
Oh, that's
wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
That was at the Mandeville Trailhead.
Oh,
You see that one?
There she is, yeah.
what kind of cancer
Yeah.
did she have or whatever?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't say.
Uh,
But she's cancer free. But here's the aerial shot. There's a little platform there. And then they had all the stuff over here. The Matrice was on this side. That's a little water park right here.
Mark,
Hi guys.
you did it.
Hey, Mark.
You remember I told you there was that one officer last year? I told her, I said, I'm gonna get arrested so she can be my parole officer.
Yep.
She was out there again. She looked at me and says, well, you didn't get in trouble. She goes, you didn't get in trouble. I said, no, because you told me what you do. I said, I'm not gonna get in trouble with you. Let me show you. I'll show you. That's her right here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what-
That's like your bread and butter right there.
Yeah, right there. She could arrest me. I was gonna go up to her. I was thought about it last night. I was gonna go up to her and say, hey, you need some practice putting on handcuffs? Cuff me, please. Abuse me. You want to do some police abuse?
Police abuse.
Hey, TJ, he walks up and says, handcuff me.
Yeah. That's
Please,
funny.
please handcuff me.
Tommy did it and abused me.
And use the pink furry ones.
He's saying, stop. No, do it. Stop. Do it.
Drip some hot wax all over me.
Oh, God.
No. Orange. Safe word. Orange.
Orange, yeah. Orange, you glad. Orange, you glad.
But man, I tell you what, I got out there and my car, something's going on with my car. It's the starter. I told you, the starter was underwater.
You said you thought it was the starter.
Yeah, it's got to be the starter. But I don't think it's got a spot, because last night when I turned it, it went click, and didn't do a double click. Just went click, turned it again, it went click, and then started. And then I started it again, and it worked. And I went somewhere else, stopped, turned it, went click, started. So it's getting enough power.
You think there's a spot in the wiring underneath there that got wet?
I think there's a spot on the spindle, on the solenoid.
Okay.
But I'm thinking what's happening, because when I stopped here last night, it started perfect. I think what's happening is when it sits there a little bit, it's got like a piece of rust up in there or something.
Okay.
But as long as you still get in contact, it's still starting.
It's usually a sticking solenoid that when it just goes click and doesn't do anything.
No, it clicks, but then it starts. So it's something sticking.
It's like a delay.
Yeah. So as long as it's clicking and starting, I'm good.
Well, if it clicks and doesn't start, all you've got to do is just tap the solenoid on the starter motor with a hammer or something.
You know where my solenoid is?
Probably
Underneath.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, mine is it's not right on the top.
TJ just yawned and his whole head disappeared.
That's funny. That's good
Now,
stuff.
if he keeps doing it, I'm gonna call the guy down the street and tell him I need a starter and see how much it costs to put it on. Just get it done. Because I'm not gonna climb under there and do it.
No, but here's you got one of those things you can plug it into the car and read out anything.
Yeah,
You-
it won't tell me that.
Did you do that?
It won't tell me that.
Well, I want to tell you if there's a starter issue. It checks your
No.
electronics.
Yeah, but it won't tell me that. Tell me everything but that.
Because I hate to see you get a new starter, put it on, and find out it was just something really simple. You could have just sprayed something on it, you know?
It could be a
Well-
loose connection on the back of the solenoid.
Well, I'll get under there this weekend and look. I'm thinking the water in there got a little rusty and it's just getting a little rust spot.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you could just maybe even wiggle that, or if it unplugs, take and spray some cleaner in there and put it back on again.
Yeah, I don't think
Did
it's a
you-
connection. I
did you-
think it's in the solenoid.
Okay.
You take your car or truck or whatever to like Advanced Auto Parts or one of those places, and like Paul was saying, have them hook up the thing.
Diagnostics.
I got one. I got one, DJ.
He's got his own.
Yeah,
You got one.
I could look it up. It's not
How
gonna
come
tell me
it's-
that
How come it's not reading whatever's the issue?
because it's not gonna. It'll tell me everything like alternator and stuff like that, but it won't tell me anything about the starter.
Oh, huh.
Data motor's not computerized, it's
Yeah.
just a straightforward electronic switch.
Yeah. I'll
Interesting.
play. As long as it gets me where I got to go the next 2 days, I'm good.
Could just
Then
be
I
a
got the week. I got a 3-day weekend, so I'll figure it out.
What time's the baby come today?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. And I mentioned I got to be out here early today and tomorrow. And she said something about she might be taking a with her today. So I don't know if it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
So
it's 9 o'clock
sometimes-
where you are.
Sometimes she comes in later, you know. And I told her, I said, today I got to be out of here at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow I got to be there at 3:30.
Could just be a dirty earth, you know, Joe.
Yeah. It's probably, I'll be honest with you. There's so much debris and that stuff. It could be a piece of grass up in there.
Yeah,
Could be anything up in there.
it could be
But
a
it's
bad
getting-
ground, you know?
But it's getting enough power that when I turn it, it will kick over. I'll hold it and keep the power going to it. It makes it move. So that's why I'm thinking it's something. I'm thinking it's something like a little rust, maybe, and it may just wear off. You know,
Pretty good.
Yeah.
it may do it for a couple of days and stop doing it. So I'm not gonna rush to do anything. I'm thinking about taking my charger and putting it in the car with me. My jumper. I got a
Yeah.
big power bank, just in case to give that extra power. You know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know how the ground is, if the ground is grounded properly or not, or if it got, like you said, some debris in there, and it could work and not work and work and not work. But a bad ground will cause it to do that too.
Yeah. But you got to think of something. That water would not have loosened them bolts, and it shouldn't make a difference on the bolts where it connects. It's just a bolt and a wire.
As long as the bolt was securely fastened in the first place and hadn't just come a little loose.
Yeah.
Brian said better off just having someone put it on a lift so you can get the right part. Pain in the neck trying to crawl on the ground, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I said. I get the right part. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like going under the car and doing it myself.
Yeah.
I'll go change my oil, but I'm not going to change the starter.
Yeah, I used to could do that, just crawl under. Well, when I had a higher vehicle that was easy to crawl under. Now, not as easy when you have a car sitting on the low ground.
I used to have a Chevy Astro van. That was the easiest car to work on in my life
Yeah.
because I had I had a foot above me when I crawled under the car. I get on one of them rolling things and roll underneath
Yeah,
and lay there and work on that car.
the
I
little
had
wheel
Justin.
cart.
Yeah, I had Justin working on that car when he was like 3 years old. He was changing oil.
Well, that's cool.
I showed the picture of him changing the oil. I'll find it. To my cousin, and my cousin said, "Boy, you staged that picture." He's a mechanic, right? I said, "Justin, tell him how to change the oil." Justin told him step by step. 3 years old.
First, I'm gonna go to the store and get the right oil.
He told him, he
And then
said,
I'm
when you
gonna
put the
go.
oil, said when you put the
Yeah.
oil filter on, you got to make sure you put clean oil around the gasket.
Yeah.
Told him
Yep.
all of that. Bobby looked at me and he went, "Damn, he did it." I said, I unloosened everything, but he changed everything. And that's one thing about Justin. He still loves working on cars.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy thing to do is to change oil.
Depends on the car.
Yeah. I had a couple of trucks in my life, so it was easy to get up underneath there. And one day, this is kind of a funny story. I was this is when my dad was alive at the time, and I was living with him, and I was in the process of changing my oil. I think I was driving a Chevy S10 at the time, and I had went to I think one of my buddies had called me and asked me to come pick him up, and I was still in the process of changing the oil, and I had forgot to finish up, and so me and my buddy hopped in the truck and we took off, and there's this trail of oil like going up the driveway and everything, and I got halfway up the road and I forgot to put the plug in, and all the oil was just leaking every fucking where, and like
You're
then
lucky
my
you had an
truck
engine.
and then my truck died at the end of the road. I was like, shit.
You're lucky you still had an engine afterwards.
Yeah, I know. And I think my sister had some friends with her at the house at the time, and they were all like watching the trail of oil just go everywhere. I had forgotten to finish up the job. I thought I had finished, but then like I was like just kind of in a hurry, and then I just got in the car, and then the truck, and just drove.
Here you go.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's underneath there doing that, right? I
Dang,
cannot believe.
that's a lot of oil that came out of there. Look at that.
Yeah, I
That's like
cannot believe how much he looks like my granddaughter.
Yeah.
that looks like there used to be some ice cream in there at one point.
Can y'all see that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I had the easy screw thing on there that all I had to do was open it and it had a little valve, like,
Yep, valve.
Man, it was such a hard time getting it for like when I did it, like when you go to change the
Yeah.
the round oil thing. Man, it was so hard to get that thing off of there
You
because
mean the filter?
the oil filter, yeah.
Did you have a filter wrench?
Not. I mean, like I had a wrench, but still, it was still hard to get off there because like the engine was obviously still hot, so I had to wait a little bit for it to cool down, so it'd be easier to take the filter off.
That's the easiest way to work on a car.
Yeah, yeah.
That platform that I've driven it up onto is about a foot higher than the ground, so it's a good thing about having a 4-wheel drive.
yeah.
Just
Well,
drove it up that, and I ended up with about 2 foot underneath the car to be able to work on it.
Yeah, what
That
I
was
usually
to-
do is they
That
got the
was to
curve by
change the
me.
exhaust.
Yeah, they got a curve over by me, and I usually
What do
whatever
you
side
got?
I'm gonna work on,
Got
I
a
just ride
fire
up on the
going
curve.
underneath that car or what?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, is there a fire there? Looks like there's a fire.
No, it's a light.
Yeah,
Well,
is
it
that what
looks like a
is?
fire because it goes like this, you know?
Yeah, no, I had a work light underneath the car so I could see what I was doing while I was changing the exhaust.
Oh, this is you, Mark.
Yeah, that's the car I had until somebody drove into the back of it and the
Oh.
insurance wrote it off. It was annoying losing that. It was a cracking car.
Yeah, I hate it when I lost my Lincoln.
Mitsubishi Shogun 2.8 diesel.
Yeah, that's the one car I wish I still had. Hi, Laura. Good morning to you too.
Uh, it's kind of nice when Laura comes in the chat and tells you to shut up, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, at least she's talking to you, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't do me any favors, Laura.
That's funny.
Hi, Laura.
So apparently Igor, the guy Igor that's been leaking all this stuff, DJI,
Yeah.
they have a FCC filing for a Mavic 4.
Really?
Yep. So apparently by the end of the year, we're going to have a Mavic 4.
Well, yeah, they showed pictures of the prototype,
Yeah, I saw it too.
which obviously looked like it had been crashed.
They actually said it crashed.
Yeah,
What's the difference with the 4?
It's bigger. I'll tell you, it's bigger than the Mavic 3.
yeah.
It's,
Well, you know,
Different.
there's people that have been talking for years that why they didn't get a bigger, a new version of the Inspire. It sounds like they're slowly raising the size of them to maybe take
Yeah.
the place of the Inspire.
probably not. But the gimbal is round. It's more of a round gimbal,
Yeah,
and it's got the 3 lenses on it, and it looks like the size almost of a tennis ball.
Wow.
it almost looks like it's one camera, but 3 different lenses that
Yeah.
rotate. That would be a nice way to do it, so that you're using the same sensor for each camera, but the lenses.
Yeah, that would make sense when you're color grading.
Yeah, and it will be
But
easier to do with a round gimbal.
But I tell you, I guarantee you that thing's going to be $3,000.
Mm.
It'll be more than I want. And then the problem is, I would love to have it, especially if they do a band on it, a band on everything, and I can grab it before, and I'll have one because I like the big drone, but it's just I don't feel like paying $3,000 because it's not going to work with my smart controller. It's going to work with the RC2. And remember, they got a new smart controller coming out too. It's a RC2 Plus. So I got a feeling they're going to come out with the smart controller that's going to work. See, if I had the money, I would buy the RC2 Plus when it came out, if it is the same as the RC Pro, and I would buy the drones that go with it. And I just have 6 drones, 3 for each one.
Yeah, the way that they're doing things now, it's not going to work with many drones, I don't think, at the moment.
Well, I'm hoping they go for the future. They might start doing it.
I mean, if they
But-
do make it, if they do keep it to OcuSync 4 for the Mavic 4, then it will probably work with the Air 3 and the Mini 4.
Right. Now, I wouldn't mind having an Air 3S and a Mavic 4. You know, and that would be two of them that work with it. It'd be good for me. I'd be happy with it. But I like Paul. He likes the smart control. I like the smart controller.
Yeah, I've got two RC2s now for my Mini 4 Pro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the one RC2 sitting here, and I got the original RC, and then I have the RC1, the latest version, the gray one, you know?
Yeah, the smart controller. Yeah. I've got an RC1 and two RC2s. And about four RCN ones. And then the controller for the Mavic Pro Platinum and the controller for the original Mini.
So we got a game. I got a game to shoot this evening, and they're talking possibly of having some rain later this evening. And then tomorrow's game, we got a 40% chance of rain.
Yeah, I think we're
I
getting
really-
some rain too. I think.
I really don't want any rain.
Joe, what was the name of that store that I went and bought those two Neos at?
Best Buy.
Best Buy, okay.
Yeah, we had rain this morning, but it's nice and sunny-ish now, but it's windy as hell.
Well, right now, DJI has them out of stock,
Oh, yeah.
but they shipped out a whole bunch of them. So I'm wondering if the company I deal with has got them, Crutchfield, because they're saying they don't give a date yet.
Yeah.
Adorama camera says that they're shipping the 8th, that they'll have them the 8th. So I'm thinking all the big boxes will have them the 8th.
Mm. Well, went and bought a couple of big bones from the market for Precious today and gave her one of them, and she's gone and hidden it in a corner of the garden somewhere.
Yeah, it says not yet available. And it doesn't give you a date at Crutchfield. Look at Adorama. And it says new arrival on for Adorama. It says new arrival. DJI Neo Combo. Pre-order now. Will be shipped on 10/8.
Mhm.
So they'll ship it 10/8. That's why I'm thinking that Crutchfield's gonna ship the 8th. They probably have them, but they can't ship them. See what B&H says. New release, Tuesday, October 8th. So everybody's saying they're gonna ship the 8th. So my question is, Best Buy gonna have them on the 8th?
Good question. Cause I checked the Best Buy over in Canada
Mhm.
and they don't have, they've got the one that has the controller and everything, but the smaller version,
Yeah,
they don't have it in stock. No, it's out of stock everywhere in Canada.
yeah. Well, listen to this. On B&H website, the new release DJI Neo just by itself with one battery, it's got on their top seller. I wonder how many they sold. See, a lot of people are buying it just to have it to fly around inside to play around with.
Just to try it, yeah.
I mean, it looks like a fun little drone. Like even I was watching. Sean from
Air photography.
Fox Foxhorn, I think. Yeah,
Oh
Foxhorn.
yeah, that's Sean.
Yeah, I was watching him.
Sean,
I was watching him last night, and he showed him and his daughter while she was waiting for the bus. He was flying his Neo around and whatnot, and like doing a orbit and whatever. So I mean,
Yep.
that's Sean Ives in it.
yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I'll tell you what, when we get off, if she don't come by, I'm going to bed.
There you go. Did you not sleep well last night, Joe?
I slept good last night, but I'm still getting over this bronchitis crap,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
working every day, and I'm watching the baby every day, and I'm just drained.
Yeah, that can be draining sometimes.
We're showing a house in Florida during the hurricane, right?
Yeah.
The car they got a Tesla in their garage. Water got into the garage, got into the car caught on fire.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I was
Burned the house
watching.
down.
I think Sean last night was showing some pictures of the hurricane and whatnot. I know that's pretty wild. It was pretty wild what happened.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You got all them lithium batteries, and they got wet, and it
Yeah,
catches
wet,
on fire.
they catch on fire because they short out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're showing a U.S. fighter jet, right? The guy sitting there like this, just cruising. Just all of a sudden, right in front of him, buzzed and was a Russian fighter.
Oh wow.
His plane went like this in the wash. I'd have
Yeah.
shot his ass.
Uh,
See, Russia's playing right now.
Yep.
Russia and China are playing right now. They had off of Alaska, they did a joint exercise with like their B-1s, the big bombers, and we scrambled out there and made them leave. They're playing around.
Well, the sad part of it is the world knows that we got a weak administration.
Yeah,
And
they'll
so
say,
can-
what are you
they
going
can
to
do
tell
whatever they
China?
want.
Don't. That's all he says.
Don't.
Trump. Trump was sitting with Al Qaeda, the head of Al Qaeda, and he sat there and he had the translator, and this is all over witnesses. All these witnesses said this. He's got the translator says, "We're going to pull out of Afghanistan, but we want it on conditions. You're not going to harm another American." And he went through the conditions, and he says, "And if you do, I'll kill you." And the translator wouldn't say anything. He said, "Tell him." And he started telling him. He reached in his pocket, handed him a satellite picture of the guy's house.
Damn, that's crazy.
He said for 18 months, no American was touched. That's the kind of way you got to be.
Hmm.
See, I grew up, like I said, I grew up in the age where when I was in the Marine Corps, when we were somewhere and we were doing something, we didn't ask, we told what people were doing. Jason will tell you. Right, sir?
Yes, sir, Captain.
Hey, Jason.
Jason, you're sideways.
What?
You're
Camera
sideways.
There you go.
Why are you laying down
There
driving?
you go.
Hold on a sec. Let me. I forgot to turn the thing off. There you go, and there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I
Good morning,
thought-
everybody.
I thought you were putting a slick move on us.
If
Now,
I
why did they
were-
have that fire truck
Oops.
there?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Nah. The dude was in the post office dropping something off. It looked like, or picking something up. The fireman.
Ah.
All right. Yeah.
Situational
Good eye.
awareness.
Indeed. Indeed. That's a good thing, right?
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Indubitably, yeah.
Indubitably. Indubitably.
Yeah, TJ says indubitably.
Indubitably.
He just sits around twirling his mustache, scratching his beard.
That's funny.
And when he gets all done, Justin, he says, indubitably.
Indubitably.
Hey, Jason, you're gonna love this. Last night, I'm out at the night out against crime, and they got the junior ROTC cadets from Mandeville standing out there. About 10 of them. What they do is they help all the vendors, right? For it.
Yeah.
And they do the color guard. So they're standing out there and they're underneath outside, right? In utility uniforms. All of them standing underneath the little overhang. All of them got their covers in their hands, right?
Okay.
So Master Guns walks by. I said, Master Guns. And he said, what do you want, Staff Sergeant? Like this. I said, Staff NCO to Staff NCO. I said, I got a question about your cadets. Why are your cadets standing over there without covers on? I said, we're outside. He looks at me and he goes, I don't know, but I can go address it.
Did
He
he go
went over
address
there,
it?
got on him, all of them put on their covers quick. I got on them last year about that. I walked over there and I said, what kind of uniform are y'all in? He said, we're in utility uniform. I said, you're in a uniform, right? And he says, yes. Like I said, yes, sir. Like that's what they call me because they know me, all right? I said, yes, sir. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Are you inside, outside? They just looked at me and said, put them on.
Well, the argument would be they're undercover, yeah? They were
Hell
underneath
no.
the pavilion? Weren't they under
No,
a
they're
pavilion?
outside. All it is a little walkway. They're outside.
And they're in full uniform, right?
Yep.
Yeah, when you're outside, you should be covered with your hat, or if you're underneath another cover, then you remove it. But unfortunately, I was one of those assholes that didn't wear a cover outside either, though. I rolled my sleeves up to halfway, and I put my hands in my pockets, you know.
Oh
And so
man,
I got crap all the time, but I'm like, look, I'm in a combat zone. Yeah, I might be in garrison. That's like a forward operating base over there, but this is how I roll, you know, in
Oh,
combat
combat
uniform.
zone's
And
different.
I'm not wearing a cover, you know,
Combat zone's different.
even though,
Well, in a combat
But-
zone, if you're wearing
but
a
you're
cover,
also
that
in.
means you're
But the
you're
argument
a
is that for
sniper
them is
target,
that we
right?
are inside garrison, you know, where you're
Yeah.
supposed to look a little bit more formal. And so, well, that's the Army guys for you, you know, that want to give us Navy guys crap, right? So, just to stick one to the man, so to speak. Yeah, that's how I rolled. Now, stateside, of course, you know, I follow the rules and be appropriate. You know, would
Yeah.
not wear my cover indoors. You know, but in country, I didn't give a fuck what my guys did.
And I told him one time, I said, one of them came in and his uniform was all messed up. I looked over at him and Master Guns went to say something. I said, I got it. I walked over and said, let me ask you a question. Does this look right? And he goes, I was in a hurry this morning. I said, it's a privilege that you're wearing this. Fix it.
Yep, fix yourself.
I said, it's a privilege that you get to wear this. Act like it is.
Yeah. Now, there's a difference between recognizing when good order and discipline is warranted, required. Like I said,
Yeah.
I simply did it from a, you know, well, fuck you guys, you know, perspective.
Well, that was like me in the Army at School of Music. And they wanted us to salute them indoors. And I said, nope, not doing it. I don't have a duty belt on.
Department of the Navy. Department of the Navy. Just saying,
So when
right?
he insisted, and that's when he broke my nose. He split my lip. When he split my lip at the football game, couldn't play my clarinet for 3 weeks, and it set me back into school. And every time I walked down the hall and saw him, I saluted him with my left hand, and I shot the bird.
Oh yeah. No, that's kind of stupid, but that's old school also. That wouldn't fly
Yeah.
these days.
I mean, he brought me to the warrant officer 3 times on that. Warrant officer said, "Yeah, just keep doing it. I won't worry about it." He shouldn't have punched
Yeah.
you in the mouth.
Nope, you shouldn't have punched you in the mouth. That's for sure. Agree 100%.
Yeah, he did. I went to make a tackle, and he punched me right in the mouth. They're lucky they got me off of him.
Yep. Of course, when in Rome, eats pizza.
Dude, what does that mean? What does that mean when people use that expression?
When in Rome, to complete the expression, if you Google it up as well, TJ, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So if you're in Rome, act like a Roman. Don't act like a foreigner.
Oh, gotcha.
So if I'm in an army garrison, I should act like I'm in an army garrison and follow their rules and procedures because, you know, the sole Navy guy or the 3 Navy guys that are there. See, one, my boss, my counterpart, and the deputy. There are 5 Navy guys at CIFSOC amongst this Army, you know, Spec Ops Command, right? So why are there these 5 Navy guys there?
Yeah.
Well, because we had a specific job to do at the CIF, and so, but we would always, you know, do what we wanted. You know, like I said, roll our sleeves up halfway, right? Walk around the hands in pockets, wear shades,
Yeah.
uncovered. You know why? Because we're cool guys. That's how we rolled, right? The cool
Yeah.
guys.
Mavic, Top
The
Gun.
cool guy.
No, yeah, no, we were cool guys. You know,
Huh.
granted, you know, it's like, all right, know when to be the cool guy also and when to fall in line, which I understood also. Roll them up all the way to the bicep, right? Wear your cover when appropriate. So I wasn't an asshole all the time, but people would ask to tell me, you need to put a cover on. And they're like, all right, cool. I put it on and then he'd go away and
Take it off.
you know, take it off. He's too far to tell me what to do again. Of course, he would go to my boss, and my boss would be like, you're an Army command, right? Yeah, I get it. He's like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You know, but people also gave me, for whatever reason, I pissed off that one dude, and he would try to give me shit all the time. But they also recognize that the uniform standards laxed a little bit for us guys because we were going into combat on a regular basis too. So like, just leave them alone. So when in Rome, do as the Romans. That's effectively what that means. Don't act like a stranger. The oddball out. Blend in, effectively speaking.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Like whenever I deployed to another country, I would learn the language so that at least I could. I mean, I don't look like a Frenchman, do I? Right?
No, not really.
I don't look like a German. My German accent is crappy, but I learned German so that I can at least order food and beer, right?
Yeah.
And the Germans loved it, because they're at least they recognize that I'm trying. The Spanish, they loved it.
When
Afghans,
was
they
the
loved
last time you was? When was the last time you was over there?
10 years ago, 2000. Holy shit, yeah. No, I left country in 2013.
Oh,
11 years.
Yeah.
And you see how many,
And that was
how many,
my last deployment was actually in Kenya.
God darn it. They got a whole bunch of movie stars died this last week.
Yeah, no, well, that's what they do.
It's because they're all old.
Old
Amos
or
died last night. John Amos. He played the dad in Good Times.
yep.
wait,
Saw that on the Facebook.
Who is this?
John
Black
Amos.
guy in Good Times.
The dad in Good Times. Played the dad
There's
in
a whole
Coming
bunch
to
of black
America
dudes in
with
Good
Eddie
Times.
Murphy.
Oh, did he pass away just like today or something?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
died. The woman that played on Harry Potter. One of them died this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
Maggie.
the
something.
older lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
died on the same day.
Which?
The same day a year later as the guy that played Dumbledore. A year apart, the same day.
Oh yeah.
And there was somebody else that
Isn't
died.
that the same?
Oh,
man,
Pete
I'm
Rose
trying
just
to-
died.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pete
Pete
Rose,
Rose did.
that was yesterday.
Yeah.
That Maggie lady that played on Harry Potter, didn't she? Oh, I'm trying to think. Didn't she play on something else too? Wasn't she like in
She had a lot of stuff.
I want to say she was in a Disney movie, but I don't know which one it was.
She's been in a whole bunch of stuff.
Wasn't she in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that's what it was.
Howdy. Oh, thing's down. All right, cool. Thank you.
Your thing is down?
The scanner
Oh,
to get into the parking garage thing. The thingy. It's a thingy thing, actually.
the thingy.
The thingy.
No, the thingy thing.
Yeah, it's a whatchamacallit.
It's the thingy thing.
Yeah, the whatchamacallit.
Thing.
The Ujar whatchamacallit.
Indeed.
I think there's a candy bar called whatchamacallit.
There is. There was.
There would be.
I don't know if they still make those. Do they?
I think so because I've seen them in our store. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Jason, TJ is the king of the candy bar. He eats every candy bar he can find.
I'll bet.
Yeah, we have like a whole bunch of them. Like, man, do we really need all this candy? Like, we keep getting the bags of the peanut M&Ms. Like, man, we do not have any room for this shit. Like, there's no room anywhere. Like, we have thousands upon thousands of bags of M&M peanuts. It's crazy.
Right.
Like, what are
And,
we? What are
and
we
he,
gonna do?
hey, Jason, he complains about it all the time. He's munching on them.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
funny.
Hey, you know what they say also, right? A bitchin' sailor's a happy sailor, so complain away, TJ.
Yeah, I know,
there you
right?
Indeed.
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 Or
Indeed.
or
Indeed.
intige. Intige.
Indeed. Indeed. I'm gonna use that. Indeed.
All right, guys, I'm going inside. I'll see you guys later.
Okay,
All
Jason,
right,
take
Jason.
care. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
See you, Jason.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
All right, you too.
She was 89 years old.
Indeed. That's pretty
Who
funny.
was 89?
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith. Yeah.
Dame Maggie Smith.
Dame.
She was-
That's right.
she was- yeah, she was a dame.
A dame. Indeed. That's funny.
So you got to work today, TJ, or no?
Yeah, I go in at 1 today.
Oh, you only got a couple
Then
hours.
I work tomorrow and Friday, then I'm off on Saturday.
Okay.
We have this thing going on where we have different where we like I think where is it? Oh, October 4th is I guess breast cancer awareness, so we get to wear pink shirts on I think it's like
Hey, you know what you ought to do? Is you ought to get one of your wife's bras, stuff it, put it on.
Oh yeah. Just like walk around and wear.
Yeah.
And then the 11th is sports day, so I guess we can wear like something sporty. And then October 18th we have tropical shirt day, so we can wear like any kind of tropical shirt.
There you go.
And then the 25th is a Halloween costume, so we can wear something that day.
She was in the prime of Miss Jean Brodie about a Scottish teacher.
Oh, that Maggie lady?
Yeah, she was in a California Suite, Othello, Travels with My Aunt, Room with a View, Gosford Park, Professor Minerva.
She wasn't in I was trying to think. Like she wasn't
Obviously Harry Potter. She was in Death on the Nile. She was in Hook. She was in Sister Act.
Oh yeah, she was in Hook, wasn't she? She was
She was in
the
Secret Garden. She was also in
Secret Garden,
the best exotic marigold hotel.
Wait, which one was it?
The best exotic marigold hotel.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that.
The Lady in the Van. Quartet.
The lady in the what?
The Lady in the Van. It was about a woman. Yeah, it was about a woman who lived in a van.
Oh, down by the river?
No, just driving all over the place. She was in Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah, Downton Abbey. Yeah, okay. I've never seen that, but I've seen like the previews and stuff for it.
Mm.
In Hook, she was the mom. She was the grandmother or the mom of the son or something.
Yeah, she was in Hook. That's right too.
The nanny.
Yeah, the nanny. That's right. I knew she was in some kind of Disney movie. But I know you had mentioned Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
She was,
so I was trying to
she
think
was
of.
Wednesday's grandmother.
Yeah, that's right.
Wendy's grandmother.
That's right.
Yeah, the baby's coming over in a little while.
Oh, you got the announcement, huh?
Yeah. And she's looking into putting her into like a preschool thing that you could put her in,
Yeah,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
there you go.
I said, do it quick.
So does that mean that she kept Tuesday and Thursday open for you?
I'll take Tuesday and Thursday.
Hmm.
But don't give me 5 days a week, you know? Tuesday and
Yeah, I
Thursday is good
bet
days for me.
that does get tiring sometimes. Like, man,
Well, it was
because
gonna be tiring.
little kids, they have so much energy, and we're just like, my God, I can't take this.
Well, yesterday I had to change a diaper, right? She had his energy going. She was
Yeah.
chasing Loki around a chair for about an hour. She kept going
Without
around
a
the chair with Loki.
Without a
And then,
diaper on?
no, it was with. Then I checked and I said, "Come on, gotta change your diaper." And I went and checked her and put her in the back, and she had been yawning, like she was tired. And after I
Yeah.
changed the diaper, I said, "Lay down like this," and I laid her down on the bed, and she just said, "Lay down." And I rubbed her back a little bit, and she fell straight, went right to sleep.
Oh, there
This
you
was like
go.
at 1 o'clock, right? So I was gonna climb in the bed and sleep next to her, but I didn't feel like jumping in there, so I sat on the little stool by my bed, and I leaned against the bed. I fell asleep sitting there. So I got her in the bed next to me sleeping. I'm sitting on the stool sleeping, and I slept for 2 hours.
Wow.
Justin called me and woke me up.
Yeah.
I'm glad he woke me up. My whole leg was asleep.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it, gang.
Yeah. My eyes be getting heavy. I'm gonna take a little rest before I have to start getting ready.
We
I'm
gotta
gonna
call
do
it
the
before
same thing.
TJ passes out there.
Yeah, I'm going to lay down too. So she
There you
comes
go.
over.
Okay, Mark, hey, thanks for being here. Sorry I was late, but I had no internet the first thing this morning, so I got it now. So everybody take care. Have a great day. We'll see you later today.
I'll see you
See y'all
tomorrow.
later.
See you later.
Later.